Representative Omar said nothing anti-Semitic, and the attacks on her that suggest otherwise reek of anti-Muslim and anti-Black bias. What we have here is what we call in Judaism a chilul Hashem, a desecration of God's sacred name. In a time of rampant Islamophobia and anti-Black racism coming from the halls of power, Democratic leadership needs to be decrying Islamophobia, needs to be standing with Black Americans and not scapegoating them as they are doing with Representative Omar, in an effort to demonstrate their loyalty to Israel and to intimidate others from speaking up. All this leaves us vulnerable to violence and harm, because as this charade of concern of anti-Semitism is taking place, white supremacists are getting a pass. And we all know who white supremacists have in their sights: Muslims, Black people, Jews.
It's not being against Israel as a state, it's about its policies and what it's doing in the name of Judaism. You know, our friends were asking where do we stand in relation to the atrocities committed in the name of Islam and Muslims. Let me tell you where we stand. As a Palestinian, as an Arab, as a Muslim, we did condemn the atrocities that are committed by Saudi Arabia and Yemen. And we did not call ourselves and did not call any non-Muslims who condemn Saudi Arabia's actions in Yemen Islamophobic. And when we Muslims spoke against Saudi Arabia and Iran, we did not see ourselves as self-hating Muslims, because Saudi Arabia and Iran do not represent Islam. Israel and the Israeli lobby do not represent Judaism.
A refugee, a Somali
She needs to resign! Resign! About the Muslim girls!
Israelis are the chosen ones.
Sexual slavery!
They're pushing the Sharia law. The Congress has pushing the Sharia law.
Muslim gays!
Sharia law.
Muslim girls!
This is not
Into sexual slavery! Muslim girls!
This is
Need
not your
Sharia law!
press conference. This is not.
Please step to the
To
side.
resign!
We are at a moment of extraordinary transition. We are transitioning from the assumption of public discourse, the assumption of the media, that support for Israel is a necessity for everyone in Congress, for everyone in the media, and for every person in this country. That is no longer the case. And what we're facing now is that moment of transition, where public opinion is shifting, the media coverage is shifting, and unfortunately people in this town seem to think that we are back 30 years ago when they believed it was political suicide to criticize Israel. It is not. It wasn't then, but it doesn't matter. What matters is now. It is no longer political suicide to criticize Israel. We now see it on college campuses. We see it in the streets. We see it in how people talk about the issue. We see it in the media. And this is the change that is underway, and it's part of the change that has brought extraordinary people to Congress, like Representative Ilhan Omar, like Representative Rashida Tlaib, like representatives that we have heard about all day. This is an incredible generational shift. It's an incredible political shift, and we should be celebrating it. This is really a great moment.